working? I think it's working now. I'm here in Sulphur, Louisiana right now, hunkering down. We've got our hotel. We got the last 2 rooms in the last hotel that goes meant to be. Give you the moderator. Is this any better at all? Let's see. Anybody hear me here? All right, it looks like I fixed it a little bit. So I'm here. I'm in Sulphur, Louisiana. Category 4 Hurricane Laura bearing down on us. Pretty daunting. Could strengthen into a Category 5. We're quite a ways inland, but there's no way to get closer to the coast because everything down there is just marsh, and it's going to be under 10, 15, 20 foot of surge. Who knows? This is a catastrophic storm. It's going to be historic. People are going to talk about this storm and the surge and the wind, the damage, everything associated with this storm for a long time. Lake Charles is going to get drilled by the right front quadrant, which is going to bring water all the way up from the Gulf into Lake Charles and flood all around the shores of Lake Charles. It's going to be pretty catastrophic. 9 feet near the Civic Center in Lake Charles that I keep reading. That would devastate the city. So just see if any of you commenters or watchers right now have any questions. I'll go ahead and take those real quick. See if anybody has any thoughts on the storm. Like I said, right now our surface winds are verified at 140 sustained with gusts much higher than that. The pressure is at 938 on the last pass, which is lower than the previous pass by 4 millibars. So just gotta get ready and hunker down. Right now I'm currently in Sulphur, Louisiana, so I am just to the west by a few miles of Lake Charles. My game plan for hunkering down, right now we are at a hotel here in Sulphur. We got the last 2 rooms in the last hotel available. They kept having to tell people, no, there's no vacancy, blah, 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 after we checked in. It was kind of a sobering reminder that sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, because I feel like I'm always the guy on the other end of the phone calling about a room and there's not one left. So I felt really lucky to have gotten this room. How's it going? Hello to you in Los Angeles. How are you, Sulphur resident Brian? Hope your property or wherever you might stay, I hope it stays safe. Yes, Peter, I'm glad we got a room as well. We were going to write it out in orange, which looks like it probably won't get the eye, which I was really upset about. So I tried really hard to find a room and found one a little bit further east so that I could get the eye. Just wait 1 second, see if anybody has any more questions here. Oh, how are you, Angela? Definitely will be careful. We're in a safe spot here in terms of surge. KJ, Jordan the actor. I am in Louisiana. I'm in Sulphur, Louisiana right now, just to the west of Lake Charles. I am a storm chaser, an overglorified adrenaline junkie, also known as a yahoo. I'll have to turn some air on in here. It's freaking warm. Oh. Goodness gracious. What's the closest call I've ever had while chasing? During Hurricane Harvey, the entire the northeast wall of our hotel started to rip off. So that was a little bit weird. You could feel every window burst and explode as it happened, like because your ears would hurt almost. It would be a really big time pressure change that would hurt your ears. So you could tell just because of your ears. And then enough of those bursts that I let enough air in, and the hotel almost acted like a balloon on the upper floors and just blew out the wall. It was a really crazy experience. What's up, Aaron? How are you? I did see that they're thinking about remaking Twister. That's pretty interesting for sure. Angela, I'll text Jeff when possible. Tell him to text me sometimes to remind me too. Locate Jeff Petrowski. I'm sure Jeff is somewhere safe. I'm sure he's having fun. Scrolling through the comments here, trying to answer any questions I see. During storm season, you just kind of sit reading models. Storm season is a weird way to put it because from February through early to mid June, even July. Can you guys hear me now at all? Well, my connection is going crazy right now. All right, I think we're back. I think we're back. I don't remember what I was talking about though. Kind of weird to just sit and talk to a live stream, but I don't mind it. Pretty choppy, you said. Yikes. We are at we are somewhere from 9 to 11 feet above sea level. Hope you could hear that. And we're in the 3 to 6 foot surge zone, so I think we're safe. How do I protect myself? You have to scan your surge maps really hard. That's the number one fear for a chaser in a hurricane is storm surge. It'll surround your vehicle. You won't be able to escape. You can't swim out of it. It'll carry you wherever it wants you to go, and it'll deposit you there. You can't breathe water. Storm surge is without a doubt the most dangerous part of a hurricane. Park your vehicle downwind of a sturdy structure or find like a nice hotel like this and park in the parking lot away from trees, away from anything that might get ripped apart. Oh yeah, the red car, that was during Hurricane Nate was a very weak storm. That's commenting on that red car that you said talked about, Pablo. Hurricane Nate was a Category 1. It had so much sheer and dry air interacting with it that it only had kind of just like the northern periphery of the storm. So it was, a lot of people call it a half-a-cane. And it still brought 5 to 6 feet of surge up into Biloxi. And I got to sit there and video that car basically floating away in one of the weakest storms I've ever chased. So that was actually pretty crazy. Yep, Nate was pretty sheared on the southwestern side, so it mainly just had a northeastern quadrant. But I'll try and show you guys a little bit real quick here in my vehicle of all the gear I've got ready to go. It's kind of clustered and dirty because I've been in here so much lately, but here's my camera bag. Here's my camera bag. I keep it open in situations like this because you want your cameras to hopefully be the same temperature as the outside air. Because if your cameras are colder than the very humid air, then they'll condense. The air will. I've got my 4K camera here laying in all my dirty clothes. Sorry about that. So I got a 4K camera that'll probably have to stay in the hotel room so I don't get it wet and ruin it. And I got a pillow back here. I got a bunch of water. Got some bread. There's all kinds of sandwich materials and chips and whatnot in that little box back there. And then in the way back back there, I got an ice chest that's got water, soda, some bacon in it in case I want to cook some bacon in the eye on my little camp stove that I brought. Has Hurricane Irene hit yet? Definitely has. Hurricane Irene has absolutely hit. Yeah, bacon is definitely essential. I don't know how long we'll have in the eye, but I really do want to try and cook something on my little cook stove in the eye just to say I did. Thank you, Elon. Hope I said your name right. Very large northern eye wall and crazy surge. Definitely, that's definitely true. Some historic surge probably. What is the plan when the flooding starts? When the flooding starts, hopefully I will be very far away. We're in the 3 to 6 foot surge zone, which means worst case scenario, we could see 6 feet here. And it's a 3-story hotel, so we'll just climb up the stairwell until the surge stops and then go back down whenever it's done. But I think our vehicles will probably be safe here. How long does the eye of the storm last? That completely depends on how fast the storm is moving. Some storms have a really slow landfall motion, like Hurricane Harvey took hours to fully encroach, like fully move in. So we were in the eye for a very long time, but a storm like Hurricane Michael, you might only have 20 or 30 minutes in the eye with how fast it was moving. I'll have a more detailed answer for you on that one, Peter. It looks like in about 4 hours. Where was I in Michael? I was in Panama City Beach. I took my dad with me to Hurricane Michael because my sister lives down there and he wanted to make sure that she would be safe. And I was too scared to drive east towards Mexico Beach to get in the eye. So we just kind of sat there in the moat the entire time and got 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. My dad still thinks it was really scary and a life-changing experience, but I still wish we would have gotten in the eye. So he had a great chase and had a lot of fun, and I wish we had gotten in the eye for Michael. Thanks for the subscription. I really appreciate it. If we got any more questions, I'll try to answer those here. Yeah, I'll definitely try to go live in the eye. Hopefully we have enough time to get a bunch of camera shots and everything and then even go live. One thing I'm worried about is that as the storm comes in, it will knock down radio towers and communications. So when that happens, it would be hard to have any phone service or any internet. Thoughts on the southern eye wall is very unimpressive on radar. However, satellite says otherwise. Yes, that's exactly what I think is happening, Elon. I think that there's such a stout northern eye wall that the beam is trying to shoot through that anything on the backside of that's going to be diffuse because the beam is just getting shredded by 150 mile an hour winds. Watching now from Panama City Beach. Yep, that's where I was for Michael. Grew up going to the beach there. I love that place. I got a life vest. That's actually a good call. I should have a life vest, but I do not. But I also do not plan to get anywhere near any flooding or surge, so hopefully I don't need it. Yeah, Terry, definitely keep everybody in your prayers. It's going to be a catastrophic event. Thanks for checking on me, Angela. Have a good one. Peter, has it fixed itself or is it still out? This is the strongest storm to ever hit that part of the United States. Definitely, it is. It's going to be the strongest storm. It's definitely stronger than Rita. Yeah, Elon, I definitely think that radar beam is having trouble getting through to the backside because that satellite image is still really profound for the south end. Impacts in Orange, Texas. Are you saying that there are, or are you asking what they will be? If you're asking what they will be, I think you guys will be on the left side of the eye with wind coming from the continental mass, so it'll be somewhat slowed down. You guys could get Cat 3 to Cat 4 winds for 2 to 3 hours over there in Orange. Where am I exactly? Right now I'm currently in Sulphur, Louisiana. Sulphur, Louisiana, just to the west of Lake Charles. We're in a 3 to 6 foot surge zone, but I think that we'll be safe with that regardless of what happens. OnStar Wi-Fi was a lifesaver after Michael when the towers go down. Oh, I never really thought about that. That's a good thought. Definitely need to try to get a satellite phone one day. Pablo, the ETA. Oh, I'd have to look at satellite to give you really close detail, but I've just been going off of 11 to 12 all day. I've been doing a bunch of live hits and media and stuff for the past couple hours, so I haven't really looked at it very much. All I do know is that it's a very strong Category 4, and it'll probably come in around 11 or 12. What first got me interested in chasing storms? Well, I grew up in central Oklahoma, so a lot of times in May in central Oklahoma, you have no choice but to sit and pay attention to the TV so you don't get hit by a tornado. So I think all those days just sitting crisscross applesauce watching tornado coverage just ingrained an excitement based around weather in my head. It almost became like a sporting event to me, the way that they treat it in Oklahoma. Cool Cat McFat, I see you, dude. Are you in Sulphur? I'm not from Sulphur. I'm just in Sulphur chasing the storm. But if you're here, I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're not in the surge zone. Things like this make me glad to live in Ohio. That would probably be the only thing that makes you glad to live in Ohio. That was rude. I'm just kidding. That might be the only time anybody's ever said that, though. Hold on one second here. I gotta get a snack or something. As soon as I step out of the truck, the connection's gonna mess up, but I'll get back in. All my friends are trying to talk to me and give me the latest info, and I've been live for quite a while, so I think they're getting annoyed with me. But I'll probably cut the stream here in a second if I don't have any more interest. Elon, do I think that diurnal convection? Earlier, I was convinced there would be an eyewall replacement cycle, but now it doesn't look like there will be one. Yeah, I kept waiting for the eyewall replacement cycle all day, Elon, and it never came. That would have saved a lot of areas. Maybe not saved, but it would have made the damage a lot less tremendous along the coast, but we never got lucky enough to get that well-timed eyewall replacement cycle. Helen Hunt in that white cotton tank top and twister. OMG. Hey, dude. You do you, brother. What platforms am I streaming on? I think when the worst of it hits, I'll be streaming on YouTube to my platform. It's just Gage, G-A-G-E, Shaw, S-H-A-W. You can subscribe to my page, and I'll probably be streaming live on there. Hold on for a few more minutes. Okay, I'll keep it up. Watch my so-so video. I appreciate it, man. That was a crazy chase. I had given up on that day long before that tornado ever happened, and I'm glad I stuck with it. You guys give me one sec. I have. I am at 6% here. Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys can see the moderator comments, but Peter just reminded me. I'm going to take my headphones out. One second here while I plug my phone in. Okay, there we go. All right. Peter just reminded me that I could go ahead and tell you guys to go check me out on Twitter. My Twitter is at WXGage, G-A-G-E. And if you're already watching on Twitter, go ahead and head over to my YouTube. My YouTube is G-A-G-E-S-H-A-W. And then on Facebook, I have a page called Storm Clips. One word, STORMCLIPS, hyphen with my name, Gage Shaw. Do I follow Mike's weather page? I do not. Try to hijack my audio again. Sorry. How? Yeah, I think that's the point, that you guys can't see the moderator comments. That's my fault. That's just, they're giving me some prompts of things to talk about with you guys. If you guys want to share this video up, I would really appreciate it. And go follow my Storm Clips by Gage Shaw page on Facebook. It's called Storm Clips Gage Shaw. And then a lot of content on YouTube and Twitter as well. SpaghettiModels.com. That sounds like it could be interesting. Thank you, EMP New Clothes. Excuse me. There's an app you can use to merge all of your streams and chat onto all platforms. What app would that be? Urban Myths and Legends. Mike's weather page just showed your page. Thanks, Mike's weather page. I still don't know who that is. You guys happen to know his last name? I could maybe give him a shout out. I appreciate him sharing my video. It's Cat 5 now. Please take shelter. Is that confirmed? Can anybody confirm that it's a Cat 5? Is that confirmed? There is a comment that says it's a Cat 5 now. Can anybody confirm if that's true or not? Thank you guys for filing in from Mike's weather page. I appreciate it. I got you. I'll go look him up after this. I can't really do much while I'm live, but I'll go look him up after this for sure. Mike Boylan. Thank you very much, Mike. Looks like people are rolling in here from there, so I appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for the follow. Okay, thank you guys for confirming. Not officially Cat 5, but close. Okay, you guys got me scared. I've been thinking that it was close to Cat 5, but I did not know if it was official. So that got me a little bit excited. It's still a Cat 4. All right. Thank you guys. Mike's weather page is the best. I appreciate it. Yeah, the updated 11. I don't know if you're on Eastern time, but I think there should be an update at 10 Central. Maybe that's the same one you're talking about. Weather Channel still says 4. Yeah, I just saw one comment of somebody saying that it was a 5, and that freaked me out a little bit. Mike's weather page. There we go. Thanks for sharing. Flight level winds at 140 knots. Good night. That's really strong. Hi, Maureen. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Give my Facebook and Twitter again. My Facebook page is Storm Clips, StormClips, one word, Storm Clips, Gage Shaw, GageShaw. And my Twitter is just at WXGage, GAGE. Watching from Southeast Louisiana. Oh, Melanie, I got you now. I think I saw the tweet you're talking about, Melanie, so no worries there. He definitely was a little bit worried. I think, if I remember right, you're talking about the meteorologists who were leaving Lake Charles, and he was pretty worried. What made me decide to write it out? JR, I'm a storm chaser, so I drove all the way here from my home in Norman, Oklahoma, just to try and get in the eye of one of the worst hurricanes on history. So let's see what happens. I am chasing this alone, but I have met up with some people here at the hotel. So I have some friends here at the hotel with me to get some footage and hang out. And watching from Canada, wow, kind of far away. Don't get too many hurricanes up there, but you guys do get some really nice tornadoes. I hope to come up there and see some tornadoes someday. Just trying to engage the chat here a little bit more. Mike's weather page is getting quite the plug here. I appreciate him sharing my video. Live 45 minutes from Norman. Yep. A lot of people that love weather from Oklahoma. From Sulphur. Okay, yeah, we used to play them in sports. I know Sulphur very well. I grew up in Purcell. And we played Sulphur quite often. We were in a Sulphur tournament even. Do I have a Cash App? I do have a Cash App. I don't know what it is, but I do know that my PayPal is shawgage@gmail.com if you guys want to hit that up, but that's asking quite a bit. I'm not asking you guys for any money or anything. Yes, this is a very dangerous storm, but we do have a safe spot to ride it out. Yeah, you guys can go to my Haps page, which is where I'm currently streaming right now. You can go to my Haps page, and then you can contribute through there. You guys can donate money, kind of like a Patreon through there if you guys wanted to sponsor me whatsoever. How many hurricanes have I been in? I'd have to actually count. I've been in every hurricane except for Hurricane Hannah since 2017. So that would be Harvey, Nate, Irma, Florence, Michael, Dorian, and Tropical Storm Gordon, which doesn't really count. Hurricane Michael, I did chase Hurricane Michael. It was a scary chase. I was with my dad, so we were pretty conservative and safe about how we chased that. Oh, you guys don't have to send me money. That's wild. I didn't expect that at all. Do I get free breakfast at the hotel? I think that the hotel will not have power in the morning or a roof. What makes where you're staying safe? Where I'm staying will not be safe from the very high winds. We will experience the very high winds, but I want to experience that. I'm here to experience the very high winds. What makes us safe is that we're at about a 10 to 11 foot elevation, and our surge maps for this area are only 3 to 6 feet in the worst case. So our elevation should be higher than the surge, which is why I feel safe from water. How many people stayed back? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Fort Myers for Hurricane Irma. Oh man, I was in Naples for Hurricane Irma. You can go to my YouTube, which is Gage Shaw on YouTube. You can find my Irma video on there. There's quite a few other hurricane videos on there. I'm tripping. Yeah, I probably am tripping for wanting to be in this hurricane. What's up, Tyler? I just saw you message me on Facebook. I couldn't reply because I was on here, but I'll reply here in a little bit. Everything's going well right now. Only 6 feet for my area. Don't let me confuse you. The surge will be much, much worse in different places, much closer to the Gulf. But here in the exact area where I am, the surge should only be about 6 feet. Then most people in the area evacuate. Yes, and the hotels are very full because even if people can't evacuate the area, they don't necessarily want to ride it out at their home. They'll go to a hotel and stay in a hotel. It kind of makes you feel a little bit safer being in a hotel rather than your own home. I'm in Louisiana. I'm only like 15 miles east of the Texas border. We were in Orange, Texas earlier today, but we moved towards Sulphur, Louisiana. Am I in a hotel or a house? We're in a hotel. We got the last 2 rooms in the last open hotel here in Sulphur, Louisiana, and we're going to ride it out. Hopefully I won't have to drive further into the storm. The eye should just come right up through here and hit us pretty centrally. 10 to 20 foot surge predicted for some areas. Definitely. We're pretty far inland compared to where we normally would be for a hurricane, just because we knew that those numbers would be scary. Just sent me a PM. Thanks, Melanie. I'll get to that whenever my stream is done. I assume MWPS has something to do with Mike's weather page. That's funny. What's up, Philip? I missed you, man. Those first few hurricane chases, Philip was there with me. Philip is commenting now, and my first few hurricane chases ever, Philip was with me. That was a great experience. I miss Philip a lot. You go check out my YouTube videos, and Philip's in a few of them. Are surge maps accurate in your experience? Surge maps are dependent on lots of variables, which is mainly where the storm comes in. The front right or northeast quadrant of the storm is going to have your worst surge because that's where all your winds blow onshore. So you base your storm surge maps